You and I both knew that Flora was going to survive this. She just needed a push, like a force, not like aggression, like a certain something to trigger her to go back to where she belonged to. Hey guys, welcome back to Sahara Movies. I'm back again with Abattoir season 2 episode 5. Another very serious episode. My heart was beating, I got too involved, yes, and I know all of us got too involved. If you are new to this channel, don't forget to subscribe for more videos and more updates. Now let's get started. In the start of the episode, we saw that Mike-Bamiloye and his family, now it has become like a union thing. They are all fighting against a common enemy. So the family was praying at the hospital at the hall, and then Mike-Bamiloye was beside Martin's bed, and then he was praying for him. But when Martins woke up, Martins was mentioning his dad's name, meaning Martins, you know how his mind has been tortured, like how he's still being tortured. He was mentioning his dad's name, and it led to a serious fight. Hey, why won't you leave me alone? Why? I was like, no, Martins, it's okay. Like, I was even talking for Mike-Bamiloye, like, I don't know what to say. But eventually, Mike-Bamiloye was able to overcome it. At the mention of the name Jesus, he was able to overcome it. Martin came back to normal. And when he came back to normal, that was when the doctors came to tie him up. Like, he's really going through a lot. He really needs lots of, he really needs to be saved. Else, I don't know, by the end of what his dad wants, he will be totally drained, and I know that is not going to happen. That is never going to happen. So yeah, I'm happy that Mike-Bamiloye was able to fight against what was controlling Martins, and Martins came back to his normal self. Yeah. But later, the doctor came to tell them that he has received an order not to allow anyone in. We obviously know where the order came from, or we obviously know where the order was coming from, and they couldn't challenge it, they couldn't fight against it, they just have to accept it. There was one thing I noticed about Bamiloye himself, Mike-Bamiloye's son. He seemed a little reluctant, like he is not so involved in what his dad is trying to do. He's not so very much involved in what his dad is trying to do. But I'm hoping that everything will be resolved, so that he also sees the true picture. I think eventually when he finds out the truth, what Martins is really going through, he will understand what his dad was doing for him. He will understand that Martins doesn't only need physical love, he needs both spiritual and then emotional love. Now coming to Nikki too and her friends, when Nikki met Barrister's son, I was thinking, oh, now Nikki can just change her attitude and then will change her father's attitude back home. That was what I was thinking. I was very happy about it. But then I realized that she still has peer influence. And when you have peer influence and then you are not getting any additional encouragement from elsewhere, it's not going to be good for a person, like for a child to be precise. You see, if Nikki's parents, mom and dad, are very prayerful, it will be very difficult for her friends to influence her to go to the club. But mom is not so much into Christ, dad is just away over the bar. So Nikki, and right now that she has found out what his dad really is, she's really going through a lot. It has really affected her psychological, mental health. So she would want to live the life the way she wants. She would want to live anyhow she wants, because after all, her dad is not the saint he claims to be. Her dad is as hell as every I don't know how I'm saying it, but Nikki will try to live anyhow because she has found out who her dad really is. And who her dad really is not something that is good. So she also wants to live her life anyhow. Yeah. So let's hope that Nikki's story, I'll get there, but let's just pray for Nikki. And I wouldn't say Nikki deserves who she met at the club. I don't want Nikki to pay for the sins of her father. It will be painful. It will be very, very painful. I don't really want Nikki to pay for the sins of her father. I hope that she'll get through what she's going through at the moment at the club. Right now, she's very, very much frustrated. She needs love. She needs companionship. Like she needs a lot at this moment. So let us share a word of prayer for Nikki, because at this moment her dad is wayward. Her mom is also not, I don't know how to say it, so her life is going to be ups and downs. Let's pray for Nikki. This episode, I got very, very much gingered. I got really, really gingered. Now let's go to the part that Flora was supposed to be assassinated. That is the part that the miracle happened. Initially, Mike-Bamiloye had a dream, or he had a vision, that Flora has sold her life to the devil and he needs to help Flora. But at the same time, Flora is one stubborn human being that you cannot help her alone. You need external support. So that's how come Mike-Bamiloye shared his dream with his family. Right now he has understood that the fight is between he and his family against the enemy, not he alone against the enemy. Right now he has involved his family, so it has become more of a unity, something like a united something, other than being alone or being singular in it, or being a sole person fighting against the common enemy. So he told his son, his mom, his wife, still having doubts, Baba Gbenro, even his son said he's losing focus. He wanted to be sarcastic. At the same time, he just didn't want it to be obvious. He said, Dad, I think you are losing focus. Today is Mr. Martins, tomorrow is Flora. I think you are losing focus. And I think Bero didn't have to say that. Sometimes there are so many things that we have in us to share, to spread out, but we have to hold this back because we need to test our words before we pour it out. Now, at the same time, too, Flora and Sandra are having this confusion. Flora smells death. She can see death. She has dreamt, like she sees everything crystal clear. She's telling her sister to go. Go. I know when you don't go, when they come, they will not, they might kill you instead of me, so please go. Flora is a good person, just that she happened to grow up from a certain dimension in life and it has really affected her mental health. Please go, sister, please go. She was encouraged. Sister said, no, I'm not going anywhere. You know what the solution is, but you are just running away from it. Flora knows what the solution is. Flora knows that her solution is to go back to where she belongs, as in her mom's house. Go there, accept Christ, and she'll be free. But she's still doing long. Let me live my life. Right now, she's afraid, and she doesn't want to run away. At the same time, she doesn't have the strength to face the enemy. So the only thing she can do is to tell her sister to go. And this is why I saw unity. I saw that the sister, the bond between these two sisters are very strong. Even though Flora became wayward and Sandra is into Christ, she's good in academics and all that, they still have that sister connection. They still have that sister love. They still have that family love there. So that's how come Sandra said, no, I'm not going anywhere. If I'm going, then I'm going with you. If you want me to go, then I'm going with you, because that's the reason why I came here. But Flora was still proving stubborn. You have to go. And as I said, it's funny how you just be you're somewhere and then people will just be planning evil about you. They'll be planning evil against you. You just be existing. You are living your life. In the morning, you eat your food. You eat, you sleep. You go. You are living a normal life. But there's someone, or there are people, a group of people planning evil against you. And when, most of us, you wouldn't know who it is or what they are planning. Honestly, you wouldn't know who it is or what they are planning. But in Flora's case, at least she knew who it was, because she knows who she has crossed the line with. She knows who she has made a deal with. So she knew who was planning evil against her. But her problem was, who should she run to. She knows who she should run to, but she's just plain stubborn. So I'm happy that there was an attempt on Floras Life. I'm happy because if there was no attempt, she wouldn't have gone back to her parents' house. If there was no attempt, she would have just seen it as normal and still be living her normal life. But she going to the house and seeing blood on the floor, that was enough to scare her. That was enough to let her be on her toes. That was enough to let her know that you are not fighting this battle with your bare hands. This battle is a spiritual battle. So I like the vision that Baba Gbenro went through, and he took action immediately. One thing I like about this movie is it tells us the goodness of Christ, yes, but it adds action to it. When you are revealed the spiritual side, you need to put physical action in it. What if Baba Gbenro decided to pray with his family and the barrister and his son against what has been planned against Flora? Like, Sandra will be killed. You need to add action to, I don't know how I'm saying it, but when you pray for something, you need to add action to it. When something is revealed to you, you need to add action to it. Baba Gbenro saw the vision. That's good. But in case you say, okay, I've seen the vision, even though my family is doubting me, I don't mind, let me pray against it. You need to prove, I don't know how I'm saying it. You need to add action to it. You need to add something tangible to it, so that you know that you did your part, and then God has also done his part. Right now, God did his part by revealing it to you. What is the part you're also doing? Most of us find ourselves in this. Something has been revealed to you, and then you just relax. You are thinking, you're expecting nature to do a miracle. No, the miracle can be done by yourself. The first miracle is the revelation. It has been revealed to you. The second one can be done by yourself. So I like Baba Gbenro's action that he took in calling barrister to go to Flora's house, and he went at the right time. We saw when he got there. That part became mysterious because they didn't show it to us initially, but we'll find it in the next episode. When he got there at the right moment. You see how God does his wonders. He got there at the right moment. He got there at the time that a gun was pointed directly at Sandra. Though there was a gunshot, because something hit his head before he fell, he missed the shot. And right now I'm seeing confusion between the robbers. You see, they didn't even plan. They didn't even plan before going to do the killing. I don't even think they had a photo of Flora. They just stood up and then decided to go and kill someone just because they know where she lives and they know that she lives alone. You see, when you don't have Christ, then you just be living with lots of mistakes. You are planning to go and assassinate someone. You don't even have a picture of the person you are going to assassinate. That's one. Two, you go there and you just shoot. You are not even sure if this is the person. You see, they didn't have wisdom attached to what they did, and I'm happy that they missed the shot. I'm happy there's a great confusion among them right now. On the part that Bade was confronting Martin's father, that why are you draining your son like this? Why are you draining your son like this? Are you not tired? What do you want to be left of him when he eventually comes back to you? Not knowing Bade is the next in line, not knowing his daughter is the next in line. Now that Bade's daughter has come into the picture, we will see a great confusion, because for now I think the only person who can bring down Martin's father is Bade, because he knows a lot, he knows enough. He's the only one who can bring down Martin's father. And to bring down Martin's father, there will have to be a trigger. There will have to be a fight between the two of them. Now that Martin's father has gone to take Bade's daughter, Nikki, Bade asked him where does he get his sacrifices from, and then he wasn't really straightforward. So I've now seen how he gets his sacrifices. He goes to clubs and then takes the vulnerable ones, the innocent ones, the young ones, and then he sacrifices them. Unfortunately, he sacrificed the blood of his own friend, and that is going to result in friends becoming enemies. This episode was just too much. It was just too interesting for me. I can't wait to watch the up next. What's really happened? What's like really what went on before Sandra was saved? Now, let me say some expectations for the next episode 6. I can't wait. Today, today Damilola delayed his release. I was expecting it around 11 a.m. but it came around 2. But no worries, eventually it came. I watched it, I enjoyed it. So some expectations right now that Sarah, did I say Sarah? Right now that Sandra and Flora's story are now full. They need to build up their faith because they are still searching for Flora. Flora is not free now. She has just relocated. It doesn't mean the target has changed. The target is still the same. Right now, her parents need to intensify their faith. They need to intensify their prayers, else their daughter will be at risk again. Else their daughter will be in their hands and they'll lose her again. So I'm hoping that Sandra and Flora and their parents will strengthen their faith now. Right now, that's Flora is back home as they wanted. I'm hoping that they will strengthen their faith now. I'm also saying that another expectation is that Martin's father has now seen will use Nikki for sacrifice. Nikki is an innocent person and it wouldn't be fair for him to use Nikki. But there has to be something that will cause a fight between Nikki's father, Bade, and Martin's father. I hope Nikki will be saved at the 11th hour, just like the way Sandra was saved at the 11th hour. But that saving will have to trigger something between Bade and Martin's father. This, I don't know if you get it. You see, Martin's father went for Nikki from the club and said, let's go home. So he's taking her to his house. That is where he does his human sacrifices. I'm hoping that Nikki's father will be at the house and then something will have to happen and Nikki will be saved. If Nikki is not saved, too bad, but I just pray she will be saved. Yeah. Let me know your thoughts on this. Right now, Martin's is still not stable. In the up next we saw, I don't know if it's one of Martin's visions, one of his what he sees. You see, his dad was rather in jail and he was in the police uniform. I don't know if it's just a dream or it is reality, but I think it will be in reality because Martin's dad will decide to assassinate Nikki. And that will result in him being arrested. Yes, that is what I think. I am positive about that. Martin's dad will be arrested. Yeah. Let me end here for today. If you are new to this channel, don't forget to subscribe for more videos and more updates. But wait, if you like this video, don't forget to give me a thumbs up. Don't forget to comment and I'll reply every comment. Till next time, bye.